Hi, I'm William Collis. I'm a brand manager on Star Wars and Telepods, and I'm really excited to talk about these toys today.
Talk a little bit about how you guys have worked with Rovio on this brand.
Well, it's just a phenomenally close partnership with Rovio. I mean, really from the beginning, from the inception of this product line, we were working with them hand in hand. We actually sent a whole team over to Finland. They embedded there for weeks, kind of all the toy concepts and designs. We really worked together very closely, very tight back and forth. Even on things like the character designs, I don't know if you saw our panel earlier, but I think it was a really great example of highlighting just with a character as simple as, Princess Leia, Princess Amidala, how many different, back and forth iterations, how many different approaches we took, how many different designs, and how we worked collaboratively to kind of get to the final sculpts and toys you see here.
Can you talk a little bit about the toys and how they can actually be played with on their own, outside of the actual app?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So there's, in addition to the great digital integration, there's a phenomenal physical play pattern that we have here. So you actually, if you can see behind me, there are all these different play sets. There are more, actually, they might be out of frame, but all the different play sets, including our Star Destroyer, which is absolutely my favorite. And you're able to actually fling your birds with slingshots physically and knock down these giant sets that you build up. So there's a really fun element of getting to construct the most iconic locations in the Star Wars universe and then knock them down Angry Birds style. And there's also a great element of creativity because you can actually, if you own multiple sets, you can combine them or build them different ways to kind of build your take on the Angry Birds Star Wars universe.
What impact has Skylanders had on this wave that we're now seeing of interactivity between toys and video games?
I mean, it's interesting. I think obviously Skylanders was very successful, and so it's something that everybody in the industry is conscious of. With us, though, for this particular product line, Telepods, I think, although we were aware of it, we weren't necessarily setting out to do something like, oh, let's do a digital physical toy because Skylander was successful. We just had the phenomenal partnership with Rovio. We wanted to put the best toys in the market that we could and take advantage of that partnership. And obviously, since Rovio has such rich apps, it just made a lot of sense for us to build the physical toys to be as tightly integrated as possible into the app. So that was what kind of led us down the route with this product line. And I think, as you can see, I mean, we've got something really special here. I'm very excited by it.
How does the technology actually work when you put the base down on a tablet?
Yeah, okay, so it's relatively simple, but essentially underneath the figures there's a mini or a micro QR code, and the base itself is actually almost a magnifying glass that holds the figure at the correct length from the camera and actually blows up that QR code so the device can read it right away. So you get, it's actually very robust technology. You get the recognition in about 1/10 of a second, and it's very foolproof. So you don't even if you don't get the figure on the base on quite all the way, even if you turn the figure around, you usually get a very, very strong read. So it's really fun and easy to do for kids.
Can you just give us a sense of how many toys there are and how the launch will happen?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So there's 30 plus different figures to collect across kind of 6 different assortments of toys. We have our big Halo item, the Star Destroyer. We've got a wonderful carry case. We have 5 different play sets you can collect, and obviously we have the figure packs and the multi-pack, which are just a great way to get the figures and start teleporting your toys into the app right away.
And Rovio has done a good job over the years of expanding these worlds through DLC and expansions. How will the toys tie in with that?
Oh, I mean, we absolutely love this here. So, I mean, I don't think we're talking about any future expansion plans now, but obviously, as Rovio continues to update the app, we would, be excited about continuing to work with them to introduce new toys to market because, we think this is a really strong platform for us.
What do you think it is about the Angry Birds that has succeeded as a video game turned into a merchandising phenomenon?
Well, it's 2 things, right? So first of all, Angry Birds is just a very, very good video game. I mean, it's really, really fun, and I'm sure as everybody knows because everybody's played it. It's just the core mechanic of flinging is and knocking stuff down is very visceral and very satisfying. But the other thing is there's phenomenal humor, and I think that combined with kind of the rich characterizations Rovio's managed to build out around the individual characters from that humor is really what's driven it to be such a success beyond the app itself. I mean, there's real personalities and kind of a playful silliness that I think really resonates with the consumer today, and people want to be a part of.